Hi Warriors, I am very happy to welcome you in today's course. Today we're going to talk about our best self-defense weapon or tool, and it's going to be the telescopic baton. It's only going to be some basics, but we also are going to put you, because you are at the end of the day warriors, we'll give you some maybe extra subjects with the telescopic baton, maybe some more extra things you can do with it and improve your skills with it. But today is mostly going to be about just basic training and moves with the telescopic baton. Okay, so maybe first very good point would be that this course is not only for you to sit and watch and oh okay, now I know it. This course is exactly for you to train with us today in the course so you can improve, because I'm telling you, no matter who you are, if you have no training with the telescopic baton, the chances of it saving your life is bigger than with your bare hands. But don't you want to be sure of it? Like maybe with your phone, use your phone every day, you know where you have the applications, everything, you just go and watch. You want to have the same thing with telescopic baton. So then when the situation arises, when your life is at stake, you'll just be able to do it and not take a moment of doubt, because that will probably kill you. So don't just watch this course, do the things we are going to be doing today. Basically, what we are going to talk about today are some concepts of why you are even using the telescopic baton, why do you even need it in multiple scenarios. Maybe it's a fight, maybe it's a murder. Those are two very different things. So we're going to talk about that one. We are definitely going to talk about how to draw, how to actually open it, how to strike with it, how you can practice with it. All the important stuff. So it's not only about just hitting bob or hitting some pads. If you don't know how to draw, the most likely thing is in the situation with stress, it's going to get stuck and you won't even use the telescopic baton. We're going to go over some advantages that you can either see on our YouTube page, or even today we're just going to go very quickly over them. And yeah, we're going to show you how to use it in multiple positions from the ground. You have the distance, you don't, but that's all up this course, so you got a lot of to look forward to. So, why is the context so important? Why are we talking about it in every single video, in every single course? Well, because it changes everything. So let's say if it's a fight and a murder, the dynamic of the situation, the aggression from the attacker, and the whole timing where I can grab my telescopic baton will be not different, it will be absolutely something else. For example, it's a good idea probably if I'm going through a park to grab the baton and I have it already in my hand. As opposed to, I'm sitting somewhere and from all of a sudden the guy says, oh, can you give me the cigarettes? Okay, so I'll give him the cigarettes, and I turn and I'm already seeing a knife. So then the telescopic baton will have a different use than in the first scenario. That's the whole context, the aggression, the timing, the dynamics of the situation, and that's how you need to train. That's why we are not going to go over the all scenarios, multiple attackers today, because there's just no way to teach you when you don't even have the training with baton how to defeat multiple opponents, on how to use it in the second phase, not in the first one. When I did have the time, when it's a bar fight and the attacker is screaming at me, I know he's going to attack me, so I have the time to prepare and communicate. Again, big difference between this and I'm giving someone a cigar and he tries to stab me, or it's a kidnapping, or maybe he wants to rob me. Again, completely different scenarios and completely different dynamics and timings.
Yeah, it's all about this. Today we will speak about the, let's say, simple way or absolutely basic, because for every different type of situation like this, for solution, you needed an absolutely different level of skill, different level of timing, let's say, or dynamic of whole situation, and focus for the different distance. It's a big deal about this. You needed to know that this is only basic stuff, but of course you are the warriors, and we try to show you, let's say, level up of this type of situation, but only show, not the train for this training. This is big difference. If you want to know more, of course, buy some other level or come to the training with us, because it's the best way how to train the level up skills and make the different model situation for this, and training by this way, because it's the best way for the training, of course.
Yeah, if you're training at home, there will be no stress. If Peter starts running at you with knife and screams at you, it's definitely a different scenario. So that's why it's good to come here and train with us. So let's imagine the first scenario we were talking about. We were talking about something like a bar fight. So I have the time, I do have the distance. I'm not in immediate danger. If we would probably want to maybe show it a little bit, we are in a bar. Peter's maybe having his drink. Maybe he's all alone, and he sees or hears that I'm screaming at him. Hey, you motherfucker!
Okay,
hey,
okay,
you're
I'm
looking
sorry.
at me. You're really looking at me.
I go out.
You're
I
a
go. I am
motherfucker.
really
Yeah.
sorry.
I'll tell you something else.
Don't.
Yeah. Are you going away? You're going away?
No.
Why not, guys? If he does have the time and he doesn't have to attack me, why would he? So that's the first message we want to give you. If you can, just leave the situation. Does Peter need to like compare his ego and he wants to beat me now in some bar because I'm drunk? Fuck. Why? He went and he left. Okay, keep screaming at others. Not my problem anymore. But again, this is one scenario. Maybe the scenario is different. Peter was there with his girl and he sees from maybe the bar that I'm hitting someone that he knows.
Hey, stop, enough.
Hey, what? He does have the time to again prepare the button. And I'm hitting. And if I stop, okay. Again, he will just leave. He doesn't need to attack. Different scenario is I'm hitting, he screams at me.
Hey, stop, enough.
Prepared button. And I go, hey, you motherfucker. And he can now hit me, yeah. Because I threatened him. So see the big difference? He had the time, he didn't need to protect anybody, so he just left. This is a different scenario because I'm actually hurting someone he knows. Friend, girlfriend, it doesn't matter. I'm hurting someone he knows, he needs to protect. In the first scenario, he had a lot of time to escape. Again, maybe in the scenario as the first one, he did want to leave, but I was blocking the way. So maybe, yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go, but I go, no, motherfucker, you're not going anywhere. And I'm holding the door.
Enough. Go back, enough.
Again, I go back, okay, nothing happens. If I go, what? And now he can strike. Of course. Why not? I'm actually threatening him. So we need to make a big comparison between, do I really need to attack? Or do I just want to attack him? If you can, escape the situation. Not everything is your problem, exactly like in a bar. So we gave you a couple of examples. Maybe Peter, something into this situation in the bar?
Yeah, thinking about your future, low consequences and many others. It's all about your ego, really? You needed this, really? Why? If you wanted to fight, okay, go to the gym, to the training, of course, and there train your ego, train your skill, your ability for this situation. But I don't want it to really hurt him, I don't want it to kill him, I don't want it to solve the low consequences and many others, only for my ego. Of course not. I'm trained enough for train my ego. This is the level.
Imagine the first scenario when I was just screaming and he would just start hitting me with baton. Oh, in court it would probably be pretty hard to say I was threatened or I felt in danger of my life. So definitely, guys, keep that in mind the next time something happens. So we told you the first scenario, and now it will be a very good comparison. So the second one, let's say it's some kind of surprise attack, maybe a robbery. Okay, it's still not murder. We can still say it's maybe a robbery. The same situation we were showing you. For example, here it many times happens in the gas stations. It would look something like maybe Peter would come and he would tell me, "Hey man, can you give me the cigarettes?" Okay, so I'll grab the cigarettes and where do you want to draw the telescope button now? There's no time, right? So see the big difference? In the first one, he was always with a hand on the button. He had a lot of time to think, okay, can I escape? Here, I had no time. So I would have to use the telescope button in the second phase, not in the first one. Again, we can talk about mistakes of me completely turning my back to someone I don't know. Okay, maybe a different course video. This is not exactly the point. Of course, I made a big mistake, but don't people make them? I think every single day. So just the key point here, guys, is you have to know what the difference between I have a time, just like in the first one, and I have absolutely no time to solve with the telescopic button. Maybe if I would defend now and then draw, again, different scenario. So just see bar fight and robbery. A big difference, right? Let's go to the third one.
Bar fight and murder. It's a different, and you have to thinking about, okay, telescopic baton is the really good weapon for self-defense. We don't want it to say something like, okay, for bar fight you don't need it, and for the murder you don't have the time for use it. Absolutely not. Yeah, but it's much more about your mind, or about your approach for the fight, let's say. Because once again, in the bar fight, if I can, okay, I escape. If I cannot, okay, I use the button. Great one. For this, it's the similar, but you needed much more training for solving the situation with the knife by the bare hands. This is the message. Yeah, I think you are the warriors. You have to know that if somebody, even if I show him my back, I needed something like he stabbed me, but stabbed me only once, because I immediately react by the hands, not by the gun or something like this, because it's the same problem. He stabbed me again, even if I shoot him. It's too slow to draw the gun in this situation.
While being stabbed.
Yeah. But if you are the trained enough, pop, poop, 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 I have to make the space by the hands, and now it's the perfect timing for use the gun or use the telescopic baton, because now I have the space, I have the distance. If you train enough, okay, you be able to handle it or make it the space. And yeah, for the next phase of fight, it's much better to fight with somebody with the knife by the telescopic baton than by the bare hands. Of course, we will speak about this later.
A bit later, yeah. Okay, now guys, let's maybe jump into the same subject, but look at it a little bit differently. It's objectively a very bad idea to fight with my hands against the knife. Again, this is not a mixed martial arts fight. He's probably going to be stronger. He's probably going to be heavier than me, bigger. Because if I'm the attacker, I'm not going to choose spear. I'm going to choose some maybe old lady, some girl, maybe some small boy or guy. I'm not going to attack one who's stronger. So automatically, the advantage is on his side, and he even has a weapon. So he's bigger, stronger, heavier, and he has a weapon. Do you really want to fight him with bare hands? Or maybe he would come with two of his friends and they will be free on you? Is it really that good of an idea if I have the time to draw the weapon, not to use it because, again, ego? I don't think so. I think life comes before your ego. Let's imagine, okay, you may be thinking, but I'm training 20 years this and that, and I'm big, strong. Okay, do you think the little girl would be able to defeat 3 opponents? Or someone with a knife? Okay, that's why we have to make solutions for everyone. Not just, okay, if you are strong, you can. If you are not, you can't. Yeah, okay, there's a difference if I'm strong and I'm not. But the techniques needs to work for the strong guy and the weak lady. Otherwise, people are just going to learn it and get killed.
Maybe in the films it's fine idea to fight with the knife only by bare hands, but in the reality you have to thinking about the timing of bleeding.
Yeah.
It's a big problem. Yeah, if I stab him, for example, in the neck, he has about 15 seconds to go to the unconsciousness, fall down, and have the 15 seconds of the life. Yeah, if I hit, let's say, hands somewhere here, there's about 30 seconds to unconsciousness, about 60 seconds to bleeding out completely. Yeah, it's the same here. Or if I hit, for example, heart, it's about 2 seconds. Really? Yeah, you don't want it to risk anytime your life by your ego, never. And you every time counting with the knife in the streets fight, because there's nobody says that if not here on the start, on the beginning of the fight, there is no knife, but it doesn't matter that in the fight the knife will come and stab me or kill me.
It doesn't matter. What people want to say is, if you don't see the knife in the first phase of the fight, it doesn't matter that, or it's not for sure that the knife is not there. That's why we always count with it. I'm not saying everyone now carries a knife, of course not. But if I am always prepared for it, I will always have the baton. I will always try to escape, do the quick solutions. If I'm counting, okay, he doesn't have anything, I'm gonna have a wrestling match with him, and you have 15 seconds till you bleed out from the neck, or like minute or two from legs and arms, do you really want to wrestle with him for 2 minutes, or hit him with the telescopic button 2 to 3 times and he'll go unconscious? See, that's the thing. And we know about knife attacks that you are probably going to get cut or stabbed. So think about it. Quick solutions with telescopic button, or do I want to wrestle and box with him? Keep that in mind.
And once again, it's a street fight. There's no rules,
Yeah.
no judge, nobody who stop the fight if something go wrong. And yeah, sure. Probably they try to some technique who can surprise you easily, who can beat you really fast on the ground, take you down, whatever. It's so fast, so dangerous that you don't want it to risk. Never. It isn't sport. There is no rules. There is no judge. Nobody stop the fight if something go wrong, and you don't want it to risk your life. Never.